SL 2017-18 season. We are in the round of 16 of the playoffs.
Yeah, no rest. UMD wants to ride this momentum to victory, and Illinois wants that run back ASAP.
Radiant team, their team back. Radiant team back.
Oh yeah, I think especially that late game was very convincing. The early game wasn't amazingly dominating, but that late game really convinced me that Maryland definitely knew what they were doing, and Illinois maybe were a little bit coming in there, maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just didn't have their plan on straight, and we'll see if they definitely had the time to adjust and kind of come into this draft. And you were saying maybe go for something they were more comfortable with, so they're not kind of frozen up, knowing not what to do.
Radiant remaining pick.
All right, looking at the draft, it's once again going to be no reserve time gaming. UMD grabbing themselves a Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, something different here is that they did ban out a Tiny this time, which makes sense here. We got the Nature's Prophet. Tiny is very good. Nature's Prophet can obviously clear out everything. The Nature's Prophet throws at him, and also has the ability to just absolutely destroy the hero itself as well with that burst damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Maryland's showing some versatility here, going for something way different.
Lanai, the Shadow Shaman, I can agree with this. It seems like they're... Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
All right, Illinois, they're here to have fun. They're here to show off here. That's what Pudge is to me, a show-off hero.
And I like the Shadow Shaman pick as well. He's still obviously a staple support. Not as popular as he was. There was that period where he was pretty much the first pick every single game. But some of the other heroes like Jakiro Witch Doctor have taken over. But one thing that that Illinois that I noticed in that game was that their pushes, their objective pushes, petered out relatively quickly. Not even while fighting necessarily. And so just being able to drop wards and then face roll into the tower. They might even want to pair this with something like a Dragon Knight so that the Dragon Knight can just face the tower, face push the tower while wards back him up.
Yeah, no, I like either of those plans. They had the Jakiro last game, weren't able to capitalize on it. We'll see if they can capitalize on the Shadow Shaman, or Shadow Shaman's push is a lot easier to execute. I mean, rather than easier to execute per se, it takes less effort to execute, right? You just drop the wards. With Jakiro, it's a little bit more of a process going forward.
Yep. And the big drawback to Shadow Shaman is that if you guys aren't committed to the push and you get kind of pushed out, they end up doing just about nothing and giving a ton of gold over. So it's really important to make sure you have a stand your ground kind of hero. A Death Prophet falls into that really well as well.
Yep. Definitely agree. And Pudge kind of fits that as well, because you don't want to be standing still last hitting wards when there's a Pudge on the enemy team. It just keeps you on your feet. Naga Siren picked up for UMD here. This was a hero that was problematic for a while, was like first pick, first ban material in all the pro scene. Now she's kind of fallen into place. She herself did not get nerfed, but what happened was they changed the song ending, the song end duration by like just a 10th of a second.
Yeah.
And what that did was, first of all, it solved the issue of it being RNG, whether Meteor Hammer stunned the hero or not. Sometimes it stunned the hero depending on like some weird random like factors like your player number and stuff like that, if you're the first player in the lobby or the last player in the lobby or something like that. And so it was just random, it wasn't good, so they reduced that. So now Meteor Hammer will stun every time, but the thing is that 0.1 second of time that you can move before the Meteor Hammer lands, which it means it's a blink dagger, or anyone that has a blink dagger can get out, or
even a quick force can buy them.
And that kind of place, I think, now got back to like kind of a more of a average hero. Before, I think she was absolutely way too strong, because that Meteor Hammer, even if it was RNG, it worked I think like 90% of the times from what I saw in the pro games.
Yeah.
It barely had that bug, so that just means you have a lot more reactivity to that Meteor Hammer play.
Right now, the bans coming out. Death Prophet already banned here. From actually from Illini, they're the ones that I would like to see that on.
I guess they were scared of the Nature's Prophet Death Prophet mega
Yeah.
push.
That's quite, yeah, that is quite a lot of push.
Actually, speaking of Nagasaren, do you know they actually fixed a bug, I guess, where you could nullify someone who was sleeping on their Nagasaren song?
Like apply the item nullifier?
Yeah, I applied the item nullifier before they were awake from the song.
That's pretty gross.
So you had no
10
time, even if you're
seconds
spamming your
remaining.
BKB, you
Dire
couldn't even
team
get the BKB off.
Oracle.
Ooh.
UMD has a lot of defensive capabilities here.
Wow, Oracle. I've not seen an Oracle do well in quite a while, honestly.
They're getting Huskar. They're getting Huskar, Golgi.
It's
They're gonna
always
do
what
it.
you think, right?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, I think we've seen this so many times. In Illinois now are like, oh guys, what do we
5
do?
seconds
We don't have a
remaining.
ban.
Yeah, that's an Oracle pick. An Oracle pick like that is a real stop you in your tracks kind of pick.
Yeah.
Even if
Because
they
now
don't,
Illinois are thinking if they should pick the Huskar to counter it.
which they definitely shouldn't. And even if they like Huskar Oracle, it's a good combo. It's not mandatory when you pick this Oracle,
Radiant
right?
team
So
pick.
Yeah.
Shadow
It's going
Fiend.
to be the Shadow Fiend.
Dire team
Maryland,
back.
they're wondering if they're gonna do it. They do
Oh
it.
my god. They're not even wondering, bro. That was instant. Oh my god, they're feeling cocky.
Oh, Maryland. Oh man, and they've got, if this at all starts going bad for them, they just song it up, make sure
10
they heal up
seconds
Huskar,
remaining.
go again.
Yep.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is looking really good. Nagasaren also be able to net enemies as well from a very long range, and Huskar loves an enemy that doesn't run away from him.
Yeah, geez, their Sprout, their nets, and their and Fortune End, obviously great
Yep.
chase down ganking potential, obviously great just kill potential, and then even Sprout and Fortune's End and Song counter initiation, defensive potential. This is a very powerful looking draft for Maryland coming out right now.
Yeah. I don't know about the Shadow Fiend pick from Illinois. I'm sure they consider the Huskar. Shadow Fiend is an okay hero against Huskar, but it's definitely not a great hero against Huskar. Something like a Queen is something that sometimes see against Huskar, thanks to that pure damage coming out of the ulti,
Yep.
being able to burst him through his armlet toggling shenanigans.
It's shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
So what? So Illinois needs their safe laner. How do you fight a Huskar? What do you do?
Pure damage minus armor is the two usually that works best against him, or preventing him from healing. So obviously Spirit Vessel is going to be a mandatory item for the Pudge this game.
Yep. Minus armor or quick or consistent fast damage. Radiance carrier can mess up his toggling shenanigans. Is this an Alp game maybe? I know Alchemist is
No.
getting more
Team
popular.
back.
Yeah, I don't think Alchemist is there yet though. Also the thing is with Huskar, he has so much magic resistance when he's at low life, especially with Oracle's heal taken on him. He can even try to like toggle the Radiance, and it sometimes
true,
works
yeah.
with Huskar. Although
That's
you
very
kind of have to
true.
get lucky.
10 seconds remaining.
Is there anyone that can do lots of periodic damage that
5
would
seconds
make
remaining.
it? There's really.
CC also works-ish against Huskar as well. Another thing they can go for is someone that can dive the backline, because you have to kill the Oracle first. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to kill the Huskar unless you kill the Oracle first. So they actually think about might want someone that can dive backline. That's why.
But it
the
can't be an
Pain is so
invis
good.
diver, right? Because they've got Naga Siren, who's really gonna
Yeah.
ruin that day. I was
Like, that's
thinking maybe
why-
a Weaver.
That's why the Queen of Pain is so perfect against Oracle Huskar lineup. You got the dive in the backline for Oracle, and you can, obviously get the Orchid to be able to silence him as well, and obviously having the pure damage
10
finish off
seconds
Huskar.
remaining.
Yeah, I usually
5
like
seconds
Puck for
remaining.
dives. There was a very powerful game, Rutgers versus Lehigh, where Rutgers had a Puck plus Lifestealer that was ruining Victor's day on a Dark Willow. But obviously that's
Right.
not an option for Illinois here. They need a kind of
Yeah.
ready-made solution for it.
Yeah, Puck definitely not going to fill that safe lane role here. And Shadow Fiend is definitely most likely going to be going mid.
Is Chaos Knight viable here?
Chaos Knight is actually pretty damn good against Huskar. You're right. I mean, Chaos Knight is the classic counter to the Huskar. I can't believe I didn't think about it, but can get kited by the other heroes this game. Nature's Prophet, obviously, Sprout is going to be can be very effective if you already use the Reality Rift, and not that can be annoying. But yeah, Chaos Knight is actually probably the best suggestion I've heard so far. Of course, doesn't do much against the Oracle though. Not be able to dive in the back lines.
Yeah, he's got the Reality Rift, but he's probably not going to be able to get in range for it, right? Oh man, and a Pugna too.
God. Pugna is pretty damn good against Chaos Knight.
Yeah, if Huskar's taking too much magic damage, bam, magic immune. If he's taking too much physical damage, bam, decrepified.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want Huskar not to be able to attack, but it's certainly better than dying, or at least to buy yourself the time to maybe get in range to reset the fight with a song, or get your ultimate on him with Oracle, your False Promise. It's options aplenty for Maryland.
Yeah. Either they need someone that can dive the backline for the Oracle, or someone that can blow up the Huskar. You're going to Chaos Knight. Called it. Yeah, I think Chaos Knight is still probably the best choice here. But they have nobody to kill this Oracle. It's like, well, what's the point of Chaos Knight doing huge damage to Huskar, right? If Huskar just gets False Promised and heals all of it up.
A lot of pressure on the Pudge, I think, to fish, maybe go fishing for some Oracles.
Yeah,
which
no, for sure.
It's so easy to play around if Oracle knows that that's really their only option.
Yeah, and also, it's so insane how much Oracle healed with Spirit Vessel now. Of course, you know, Spirit Vessel, the buff doesn't get taken off if you False Promise on yourself. Because...
Correct, because all the damage is delayed. You have not taken any damage yet.
Exactly. So the healing from that will stay on you, and also it gives you the healing amplification. I think about 50% healing amplification. And remember, False Promise also doubles all the healing done. And those stack on top of each other. And it's absolutely crazy. And that's why Spirit Vessel is mandatory this game, because if you Spirit Vessel him while he's False Promise, of course it will reduce all that as well by half.
Yep, and yeah, I would say Spirit Vessel is just it's so good on Oracle. It's mandatory for an Oracle.
Oh yeah, it is the best item on the hero.
It is a borderline broken item on that hero specifically.
Yeah, it's like Armlet for Huskar, you know. It's that good.
Well, we are going to have the same teams. Is that right? No, this is. I don't know if I changed that. It is going to be
same sides. Same sides.
Oh, you are correct. Yep.
Going to be on the Dire and
Maryland with the Radiant. So on Maryland on the Radiant, we have once again Miss will be playing the Naga Siren, while Trubs is going to be shoring up our Nature's Prophet today. Inferno on the Huskar, while he'll be supported by MZS on the Oracle. Finally, we got Slurm on the Pugna.
And on the other side, Mr. Feet playing the Shadow Shaman. We got, yep, I Masters playing that Shadow Fiend. Got that Pudge playing played by Dead. Got Yuko on the Chaos Knight, and finally plus 25 on the Underlord. He's been playing demons all day. First Doom, second Underlord.
Now this is going to be a make or break game for Illinois. Obviously, lose this, they're out of the playoffs. Yuko, a lot of pressure resides on his back right now. He has to do well with this Chaos Knight.
Yeah. This also feels familiar, huh? It looks like UMD got 3 bounty rooms at the start again. And this time did not even lose a hero for it.
UMD really favors their dual lanes. Miss and Trubs together, is there anything super great about this? Obviously, Treants can do quite a lot of damage. Hold on, we got a Chaos Bolt going into Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet now held up. They're going to get dead on him as well with the Rot, and the First Blood is going to once again go over to Illinois. While Mr. Feet is getting chased down by Miss. Miss won't get the kill. Instead, will get Chaos Bolted and is going to go down as well. Not a great start.
You were saying how good that you were asking how good that dual lane is, and yeah, I don't see the synergy we were seeing last game with that IO and the Beastmaster. Of course, you can net someone and let the Nature's Treants hit them, but that's as far as I see that go. Bot lane, Underlord is just kind of... This is the second time he's doing this off-lane pull right now, but he's going to be taking considerable amount of...
Here we go, Fortune's End coming in. Now he's going to take even more damage from the creeps, get MZS in a little closer. Ah, man. Atrophy Aura, of course, though. If this was any other hero, they'd probably be dead by now.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay, yeah, he gets the creeps. Re-aggroes them. Yeah, but he did, I think, take a good, like, 400 damage.
Yeah, this is quite a lot of damage he's going to take in response to this.
Yeah, like 500 damage now.
Down to 100 HP.
Well worth it, though, to get to level 2, which will unlock his Firestorm. Which is his bread and butter. Master doing quite well on the Shadow Fiend. Actually outlasting the Pugna, which is quite surprising considering Shadow Fiend did not get any support this game. Usually it's a hero that kind of makes everyone tri-lane mid. But he's doing quite healthy when it comes to soul count.
Yeah, the Pugna probably isn't going to be able to do too much here, right? Because in order to get any Nether Blasts off or decrep, he has to get into the raise zone, as we call it, as they call it in the industry.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky, but of course, you know, even if he doesn't get the Decrepify off, the Nether Blast is going to be very annoying for the Shadow Fiend to deal with. Almost any hero to deal with. Speaking of Master, very low.
Unfortunately, Firestorm. Yeah, he's actually having to back up. Courier coming out to deliver. Nothing yet. It is busy. He's actually just got to go back to base.
Yeah. Yeah, this is how I would expect this lane to go. Pugna should be able to push the Shadow Fiend out of lane pretty easily.
Now, unfortunately for Underlord, Firestorm is annoying, but using a counter fire spears, burning spears, will be just as annoying, if not more annoying.
Yeah, for sure. Comes the last hits though. Huskar doing incredibly well. Underlord is forced to TP back because he was rooted up by the false promise and had quite a few burning spears on him. Yeah, right now Maryland winning on the CS front thanks to all the backs, all the sandbacks they managed to. Oh no,
Slurm is gonna get found by Mr. Feeden dead in the mid. He took 2 raises, thought he was gonna live, but went over to the river and eats the Illinois rotation straight to the face.
I swear to God, a hasted pudge in the early game is one of the most terrifying sights in the entire game. The amount of times I've died to a hasted pudge and just sigh, you know, you just see that pudge waddling along at you, you're like, oh my God, I got nothing I can do.
We're setting up a gank on top. Miss is going aggressively onto Yuko, gonna eat a Chaos Bolt, but the rest of the team is coming in. Yuko's gotta be careful though, he's taking quite a lot of damage from the trees. Now they're turning around on Miss. Miss getting rotted up, he will get the net onto Shadow Shaman. And now a lot of damage into these heroes. One more shot on a Mr. Feed will do it. He's got another Nether Strike, but Yuko's gotta be careful. He doesn't have Sprout, but he does have a teleport. If he's feeling cheeky, he might be able to get in the back line.
Man, Treants are so terrifying in the early game. Oh, Mr. Feed coming in with the salve.
Mr. Feed is just, if he had plenty of levels in his Ether Shock, he'd be happy here. He'd be fine here. But of course, it's super early. He's gonna be the least leveled hero on his team. So it's gonna take a while.
Miss actually finds a Pudge.
Miss finds Pudge, yeah. He's chasing him down right now. Trubs TP's in. Trubs gonna grab that kill. This Trubs could be a problem. It sounds like they found their rhythm, they found their sync. This is where that net, the ensnare into Treants is really paying off, doing a ton of damage. MCS is gonna eat a Firestorm in the bot lane, but 24, 25, not able to do too much about it. Lucky Girl gonna jump onto him, he's gonna have to TP out. Lucky Girl gets a couple shots, but ultimately not able to grab that kill, but it forces them out of the lane and buys them the space that they need.
Underlord does TP into his shrine, so he's going to be able to at least farm a little bit.
Oh, in the mid, Slurm getting ganked once again. Mr. Feed is here. Life Drain not going to save him today.
Nice catch. Oh, bot lane, MCS getting found by 25. Let's have a Firestorm in 5 seconds.
Ooh, he backs off. He's
Yeah,
worried
does
about.
not want to walk into the Huskar.
Yeah. Yep. No, he don't. Life break is available once again for Huskar.
12-second cooldown. That spell is basically up every single time.
Rotation coming around onto the bottom, or onto the top. Excuse me. Dead. Ready for the hook. He's gonna throw it. Grabs the Trubs, and he's gonna be held under the tower. Yuko coming in. Here comes the Chaos Bolt. Trubs gonna get taken out. They're trying. Ooh.
Good supports. Good support. Leading into the carry. A little bit greedy there, of course, but when it works out, that's exactly how you want it to go down. That hook was magnetic. That was one of those hooks that like kind of like inches itself like slightly to the sideways just to let it hit.
It gives you a close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Dire's middle tower.
So yeah, all the Illinois lanes are doing actually
Miss
well.
gets found
Mid
in the
lane,
mid. He's positioned himself right here. Oh, they even catch Slurm.
Dire's bottom tower.
Slurm gets hooked, and now he's trying to make his way away. Nether Blast, he will be able to kill the punch, but iMaster, if he can get another raise, he's not able to get close enough. So Slurm is going to live for now. Throws a raise just in case he's being a little too ballsy, but will not connect.
yeah, that's going to get them to deny the mid tower most likely here.
Yep, we got Miss coming in.
Dire's middle
The
tower
deny
has
is
been
up.
denied.
Master taking
Bot
that down.
lane now.
Oh, that's bot. Yeah, here we go. Lucky Girl's gonna get hooked and taken down. Lucky Girl worth way more than that Underlord.
Yeah, 559 gold worth actually. He is the top of the
Now,
world
but
right
Slurm is gonna be able to find
Oh!
Shadow Fiend.
You
not
see it in the
someone they
bot
really-
lane?
The hook onto the bounty rune? Or the
Yeah,
bounty
okay.
rune block?
Yeah, the dead was trying to hook Pugna and the bounty will spawn to
Spawn.
save Slurm's life.
Classic bounty rune block. But Slurm is going to get found. They get a Fortune's End challenge into the Pudge, and it will be a counter kill. Now Mr. Feed getting blocked up by these chains. He can't go anywhere. Mr. Feed just wants to go home. Miss is going to keep the vision, and one more shot will do it. End of the fight. It looks like UMD getting just a little bit more out of that one.
Uh-oh.
Quite a lot
Huskar
more,
is-
actually. Now Huskar is here. Shadow Fiend is going to come in, try and get the damage, but MZS is getting blown up. Trub's going down. Inferno is going to show up, and Inferno may be ready to get the damage into Master that he needs. They do get a Hex onto him by Mr. Feed. Mr. Feed trying to find Miss. They get him, but Huskar's going to turn it around. Miss is just walking away. Mr. Feed burns down to the arrows, but Huskar goes down too.
Hook on the punch. The punch might get missed. He's just running down.
Dire's middle
Here
tower
he's going
is
to
under
try.
attack.
There's the hook.
Now back to
Now,
bot lane.
yeah, back to bot. They're fighting up again. So in the initial fight, it was heavy advantage towards Illinois, and obviously that's that Miss kill I don't think got picked up at the end. Or sorry, the Huskar kill. No, it was Miss. Miss was the last to die. I don't think that was
Yeah.
in the fight recap.
No, I don't think so. I actually opened the fight recap a little bit later than you, and I just got the miss kill, so it's probably separated. What was the gold exchange on that?
About 1,000 gold to Illinois.
To Illinois, yeah. They getting that Huskar kill was so huge, and also they got the pickoff on the Pugna as well, while their Chaos Knight, their core managed to survive. But Pugna doing Pugna things, pushing out all the towers. This one is going to get denied as well, but of course, they lose the money, but it is still map control going over to their side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They might be looking for a gank on the top lane now. MZS in position to root up Yuko.
Yeah,
Oh, the
here we
dodge!
go, the dodge! Yuko's gonna be able to use his ultimate and dodge that root. Now he's caught inside of the trees, though. Chaos Knight taking quite a lot of damage. The hook is gonna come through everyone and find Slurm. Slurm getting taken apart in the trees. And Lucky Girl is all healed up, though. Ready. Dead's gonna burn down. He actually denies himself at the last second. Now the Nether Ward gonna get claimed up as well. It'll be just the 1-for-1 trade. But Pugna worth a little bit more. We got some raises coming out. Oh no, iMaster needs to be careful. Mr. Feet is gonna get shackled up in Huskar. He's gonna be fine. Pit keeping him alive for now. They'll be able to heal him up. MZS is here. 25 needs to be super careful. Inferno's gonna chew him apart. And he does. Mr. Feed now on the retreat. Ryuko is here with the Chaos Bolt. No, he doesn't have the mana. He's just gonna have to leave Mr. Feed to die. Feed is gonna burn down in a slow, agonizing death. There we go. UMD winning that fight. They need to make sure that they don't give up everything they gained like they did last time. Another about 1,000 gold going to UMD this time.
Yeah, classic Huskar gameplay so far. In that fight, I feel like there was slight miscommunication there. We saw at the end that the Underlord went back in, and we saw even the Shadow Shaman go back in, and also Shadow Fiend feeding as well. I think they were expecting Yuko to back him up on the Chaos Knight, but Yuko did not have enough mana for a
Miss
Chaos
is going to get
Knight.
Reality Rift in the mid. Here goes the Chaos Bolt as well. The hook comes out onto Pugna. Pugna now getting dismembered, but Miss. They didn't kill him in time. He's going to be able to get the sleep out and get Sturm out of there. They drop the Nether Ward just in case they want to counter, but no one is ready to fight at this time.
That has been landing his hooks quite consistently so far.
Logi, look at this net worth chart. It's UMD big win, big loss. Big win, big loss. Little win, big loss. But now they're turning it around. It's back in their court. Only 1,500 gold, so they're not massively ahead, but this just shows you how this game is won.
Yeah.
Huskar gonna find the Roche kill. Taking quite a lot of damage right now. Needs to be careful. He's able to toggle it up, but if he gets stunned a couple times in a row, it could go bad. He's got MZS behind him though.
Yeah, no, he should be fine. He's toggling between the attacks, so even if he gets stunned, he will have the armlet toggle. Because he's toggling between every attack, right?
Yeah. They got a fight. Meanwhile, in the mid, we got a dismember going out. They find the Pugna, but Miss is here. Now, Yuko needs to be careful. They get the Fortune's End channeled up on him. They're going to hook him away. Takes one shot, is TPing out. He should be fine. Yuko's going to be great. Wonderful defensive play there from Dead on the Pudge. They spare themselves any unnecessary losses. But this is going to buy the time that, or buy the space that UMD wants to try and get some kills here. We got to shackle up onto MCS. MCS is going to be a call. Just let him go. Hook is just going to tickle his cape, and he actually makes it out.
Yeah, Mr. Feed unfortunately was in a position that he was blocking the Pudge's hook, so he tried to get out of there as quick as possible, and they threw the hook as soon as he was available, but yeah, Oracle, having decent move speed, was able to make himself out of there. And rolls back up. This Pugna has been ruining this Chaos Knight's day so far, by the way. Every single time the Phantasm comes up, it just gets cleared out by the Nether Blast, because right now they're so squishy.
Oh, they get Underlord, they catch him up with the net now. Fortune End as well, he's rooted, taking a lot of damage, but not going down yet. Actually, MZS is going to be down, and they hook Inferno into the back. He has no support here, but he's already got he's got an Aegis. Oh, Eyemaster fires off the Requiem a little bit too early, but still plenty of damage going out into the Huskar. Huskar gets completely blown up. Slurm is on the retreat. Is he going to be able to get caught? Even if he makes it out of this fight recap, we've got 1,000 gold, 1,300 gold going over to Illinois.
Yeah, that was unfortunately all MZS's mistake there. He was out in front trying to do damage to the Underlord, and obviously that's not where Oracle wants to be.
When
he had to get picked off.
When this fight recap, or when this net worth updates, it is going to be back in UMD's court, I think, just about.
Yeah, it just, it's less than 1k for Maryland right now, or just 1k just updated, which isn't a big difference at all. And of course, this is a Huskar lineup. They do not want to take this game to a late game, and the longer that Illinois can keep this game even, then they're doing actually quite well for themselves. So yeah, right now I feel like the big item that's going to change this game is once Chaos Knight able to finish off his heart. Then his illusions won't get cleared so easily by Pugna Nether Blast, and without Pugna Nether Blast, there's actually nothing that clears out the Chaos Knight illusions.
Yeah.
So once Yuko gets finished off that the Heart of Torask, I think that's when Maryland's draft starts falling apart. So that's their time limit right now. They got to win this game before the Heart comes out. Right now, Yuko has finished off that armlet of Mordigan and is going for that Blink Dagger next, which I completely agree with. You gotta be able to jump on the Oracle or the Huskar.
And UMD UMD knows that they're on a timer, so they're trying to keep the pressure up mid. They've got a couple people on the top as well. They're just making as much, or narrowing the space on the map as much as they can.
Yeah.
Look like they want to try and push top now. Their tower push is also not great without their Nature Prophet, but Nature Prophet, of course, is going to be able to TP in. Looks
Oh
like he
no,
will
they
be
got
doing that.
Pugna and the Huskar.
Oh,
Those
right,
guys
of
are
course.
really tower
Yeah, yeah.
pushing.
Of course.
This entire power pushing lineup.
He clicks Master. It's inside of the trees right now. Definitely doesn't want to get seen here. They get a Hex out onto Inferno, and TP's coming in. Looks like UMD is going to make the call. They want to back up. No, Slurm is going to stick around. See if he can get the tower. He's got one more Nether Blast in the pipe.
Illusion's
out
trying to
front.
cut the wave. Bot lane Yuko is finding up on the Nature's Prophet.
Yes.
One more last
Rubs is gonna go. Oh, he uses the Sprout, but immediately gets ripped it out. Now the fight's getting ready to go down on the top. Oh, Pit getting spammed. There we go. They're gonna catch him into the Huskar. Unfortunately, the hook not able to connect with anyone. That's definitely would be a good setup for them. That lets them the space to get back.
Oh.
But a rip right into Lucky Girl. They are able to get the False Promise onto her. Lucky Girl staying alive for now. They're gonna be able to reset the fight with the song while the wards go down, the Serpent wards. They want to see if they can get everyone out of here safe and sound. Lucky Girl is going to get healed up all the way from that. Miss will go down to Master, but they're not losing their big core in that Huskar.
Yeah.
Mitigated damage, but not what they need or want.
Yeah, that's what we're saying, right? It doesn't matter how much damage Cast Knight can do to Huskar. You're not gonna out heal the healing that's coming out from the False Promise Oracle. Not without the Spirit Vessel, anyways, on their side. Of course, I think he was banking on a first hit crit before the Oracle could respond. And in that case, because he did roll he also rolled a extra Phantasm there, he actually would have, I think, one shot at the Huskar. But did not get that lucky and was able to get that False Promise off. Trubs is now working towards an Orchid Malevolence, is about 500 gold away from able to finish that. Oracle has his urn finished. He doesn't have any charges on it. Assuming he's going to go for the Spirit Vessel soon after.
Yeah,
This working towards obviously that good old meme hammer.
The Orchid, I think their best use of the Orchid in this game is going to be getting a pick off on Chaos Knight, right? So he can't use this Phantasm.
Yeah.
What else?
Anyone else? Shadow Fiend works as well. Even trying to silence the Shadow
Master
Shaman.
getting ready to go with the Requiem on the Lucky Girl. Here it comes. Not going to be able to blow up in time. Lucky Girl is still here, and now Master is in a bad position. Might be able to find there we go. One more shot. They will be able to pick up the Oracle, but Inferno once again getting topped off to full. The hook so close to Trubs once again, but not going to connect.
That was actually an exact even trade. Mid laner for mid laner, 5 for a 5.
Actually,
Tower still stays up.
the gold advantage going over just barely to UMD shows you how back and forth this game has been. The net worth is back into Illinois' favor.
Yeah, of course, after that net worth change, the gold kill change, it all depends on the net worth of the hero you killed. And since Shadow Fiend, as we see on the net worth chart there, is worth more than the Pugna, Maryland ended up getting more money from that, even if they were ahead overall when it comes to net worth.
The seeds of fortune.
He just finished with the Heaven's Halberd on the Huskar. That is going to be very handy against the Chaos Knight. Or the Shadow Fiend as well.
There you go. And is there anyone on the Dire team on Illinois that you think might be capable of picking up a halberd themselves to deal with the Huskar?
Oh, Underlord for sure. He already has a Sanj, and he's probably gonna.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think he definitely is purchasing that halberd for his team.
Yeah, and I think even Chaos Knight could build it in this game. I think Halberd is such a good item against Huskar. You can have 2 or 3 in your team, doesn't even matter. I think even Pudge should pick it up. That item is fantastic. Okay, so Pudge was actually aiming to go for a. He did change his mind. He's going for a pipe now, but he was initially going for a Lotus Orb, which can have a pretty bad effect when you're going against the Huskar. Because you can
Double
Lotus.
life break.
Yeah, double life break. And remember, Huskar doesn't care about losing his life. And remember, life break also does damage to the caster, right?
Yep.
The equal damage. It will deal equal damage to you as that damage you do to the enemy hero.
And Huskar is going to have more magic resistance than you.
Exactly. So, Lotus Orb actually might do you bad. In lane.
Atos used. Oh, they used the song. They're trying to catch someone. There they go. They're going to be able to find Shadow Shaman, collapse on him. No one's here with him right now. They have the ensnare. But, oh, the Phantasm is getting used up by Yuko. Shadow Shaman goes down. Now Yuko caught outside, but Trubs is inside of these wards and will get completely blown up. They're taking so much damage from these separate wards. They need to be careful. Another hook is going to catch Huskar. Huskar doesn't have his support behind him. His Oracle with him. He could go down here. No. MZS will be able to find him, and he meets up with Mist. And it's going to be, once again, a small trade. But this one, even though, yeah, it was a 2 for 1.
Yuko was able to find Pugna as well after the hook happened in the mid lane. Of course, they can't kill the Huskar without Yuko being there, but Yuko being able to kill off on that mid laner, they will be very happy with that.
Yes, Slurm actually having a terrible time. 7 deaths.
Yeah, not doing very well. He after taking those tier 1s, he hasn't been able to push a tier 2s either. Actually, Inferno trying to
He's
hit.
just fighting up. He's going to life break onto the Underlord. Underlord trying to use his ultimate to get everyone out of there, but it will be canceled. Inferno is staying alive for now, but he could go down. He's got the toggle. He gets the toggle, and he's going to be able to get healed all the way back up thanks to MZS once again. And now, oh, Shadow Shaman, knowing that he's dead, is just going to go for the shackle. UMD, they've got quite a lot of kills here. They need to get some objectives out of this. Roche is going to be their target, and then they want to...
Oh god, this Roche was up so soon. Yeah, that false promise, man. It's so impossible to deal with the Huskar. That's why you gotta kill the Oracle. Like, you gotta smoke up and kill the Oracle before the fight even breaks out. Because if not, you're gonna have a very, very, very strong Huskar. Just critical part of the entire team. And of course, Yuko not having the access to Phantasm that fight meant that they had no chance of killing the Huskar.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yuko is looking to go for the Manta style here, so he can basically have his Phantasms up more often. Of course,
himself a tier 2, but Golgi, they're not doing anything with this, right? They're still hanging around. Is there a weapon? Is there a item that they're looking for?
Illinois?
UMD.
Oh, UMD just got the Roshan, right? So they just got Roshan and now just repositioning to be able to push to high D. So sorry.
Okay, yeah, here they are. I expected it to see a lot faster than it was. Slurm was out by himself. He did get that tier 2. But yeah, okay, here we go.
They had to push out all the lanes, right? It just just to make sure it's a collateral. Because if you don't push out all the lanes and you lose a team fight somehow, then you're going to lose so many objectives. It's a very important item finish up on the Underlord. He did finish up that Heaven's Halberd. There is a BKB on the Huskar though, so he's got to make sure to get that Heaven's Halberd before the Huskar is able to get the BKB.
Atos coming into Pudge. Pudge in a bit of a bad position. Mr. Feet is going to get the heads out onto Slurm. But they get the pit in. A bit of area denial, but they've got to be careful. The Treants are here, and the Treants are ready to do so much damage, except for when they sit directly under a Firestorm and then get Ether Shock directly to the face. So, a lot of these Treants are gone, and this push is pretty busted.
56 health left on the tower, though.
Definitely worth it, yeah, to get that much damage to a tier 3. They can even just grab it with some Treants.
A good push so far. They could go back in again, but they decided to back off here. They do have the Aegis. Still have plenty of time to be able to utilize it.
I think one Pugna Nether Blast will take that down through backdoor protection, right?
Yeah. Probably.
It only takes 25% damage, but it still does, what is that, 325? I think so.
Yeah, it's only 56 health, so that might, yeah, very much work. But if he wants to sneak in, the Slurp is already having a bad enough
Yeah, that's true.
team.
Hey, I mean, if you're gonna die, it might as well be for a tier 3.
Very true. Very true.
Unfortunately, Illinois is gonna smoke out, but they don't find anyone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That expedition is a bust.
I'm surprised that Maryland did not continue their push there. They did not use any of their ultimates, and they still had the Aegis. I don't know why they backed off of that tier 3. I think they could have tried to contest racks.
I think maybe this is a game that they just want to make sure they have absolute hint. God, these Treants are going to continue to have a terrible time as long as he meets up with Underlord.
Underlord, yeah. That BKB
Oh, here we go,
fresh,
life
he does
break
jump in.
into Underlord. They're going to jump onto him. They're able to hook him out, and he will be able to rift away, which...
Nice. Good hook.
I think he could have canceled that, maybe. Slurm is going to find Eye Master. Oh no, Miss uses the song, but they aren't able to get anyone caught with that, so that will be a wasted song. Do they want to wait to push to the high ground?
Ooh,
Oh,
the
no,
hook.
Slurm is getting hooked again! Up to the high ground, dismembered into the pit. Slurm is going to be gone, but they do get a 2-man with that Meteor Hammer. Now Inferno is up on the high ground, beating away into one. He's still got his Aegis. When they find the Underlord kill, now going back to the low ground, Slurm is going to be safer now. They are able to heal him up. They even get Oracle's safety with that, with the Decrepify, but he won't last too long. Oracle down, they don't want to fight. No, Inferno is going to continue to fight. Inferno gets hooked into another Dismember. He's deep inside the enemy team. He falls down to the Aegis is going to get popped. Misses here. They don't have any song for this either. Huskar is just disarmed up as well. He does have a cheese. He can fight for this. He's going to go into Yuko, but they have plenty of CC. They're going to be able to stop him once again. No, Inferno. He takes down Yuko. Now, putting the damage into 25. Trubs comes in. He's got the Orchid on Underlord. Underlord taking some damage. They get another Dismember into Inferno, but Inferno is all by himself and just happy to fight away. Still has that cheat. He's going to claim another one.
Oh, now Underlord is getting
Underlord as well. He's caught inside the Sprout. It's not going to save him today. Here comes the leap in Huskar. They're ready to take the damage. They have no real way to stop these Treants except for the Shadow Shaman, who doesn't want to show himself right now or he'll get completely blown up. So here it is. They're going to be able to take the first tier 3, get the racks, can even probably rotate towards the top.
Yeah, no, this might be 2 set of racks here. I mean that's what we've been saying, right? With no Chaos Knight, there's no way they can kill the Huskar. Chaos Knight lost all of his illusions the first fight around, but once Huskar came back, he had no more illusions to be able to deal with the Huskar, and Huskar just completely ran over the enemy team. And that's why the Aegis is so important for that Huskar. And the fact that Illinois wasn't able to contest it is their downfall so far. 14k net worth now.
Tons of Treants available right now. They're going into the mid, going to do lots of damage to the tier 3. Already lost 2 sets of rack. Illinois, this game is going to get harder and harder for them.
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely should not have let Huskar take those 2 very easy Roshans. And the next Roshan is going to be do or die here. If Huskar is able to get his hands on another set of Aegis and cheese.
And MCS, a refresher orb. A refresher shard.
Refresher orb on the false promise? Are you kidding me? Like, how do you even think about beating that? If they didn't get the Aegis on the Chaos Knight, get the refresher orb on the Chaos Knight, well, they're going to be very happy. But with 2 sets of racks down, how are they going to be able to find a space where they'll contest the next Roshan or even scout it out? That's the question.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and anytime if they push too hard in any one lane, you're going against the Nature's Prophet. He's gonna push it straight back.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, it's going to be rough here, and this is where Nature's Prophet can even shine. Nature's Prophet shines incredibly well in the early game when people don't have the mobility to be able to catch him, and then he does incredibly well in the late game when people are expecting to be so clumped and team fighting that he can go around poking at different places in the map. And
oh my god, AG, look at, or AG, Golgi, the net worth. That tells you how this game turned out here in the last couple minutes.
No, for sure. That was a huge fight, being able to take that, because it was very even. They took a huge team fight and then took 2 sets of racks, and the racks are worth a lot of money, baby.
Alright, I'm sorry, I interrupted you in the middle of your point. Continue.
Nah, no, I was just talking about how broken Nature's Prophet is when you have some super creeps. When you have some super creeps, when some lanes are just pushing on their own, like Nature's Prophet can get really oppressive.
But yeah, I flipped over to the net worth real quick, and it was just like all those big giant dips and valleys pale in comparison to what UMD was able to pull off in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, look at all those doodles coming out of the map.
What, do they think they're paused and they're gonna get their wards sniped?
Maryland is feeling happy right now. That's what that is. They're feeling confident.
Alright, we're gonna know about Roche in now. 2 minutes 20 seconds in, on the longer end.
Waiting.
Yahadi.
I have no idea. That terrible penmanship. The first one was waiting, I think. I thought maybe there was somebody waiting for Roshan. They're just letting us know. I mean, we know they're waiting for Roshan, but just in case we didn't get it.
Waiting, maybe? Maybe, for Roshan?
It's going to be a right in the middle Roshan respawn, by the way. 2-minute respawn time for this Roshan.
It was 2 minutes 20 seconds, so it was on the long end. Definitely something that UMD doesn't want.
20 seconds over the middle.
No, minute 30 is the middle. Isn't it? Yeah,
Minute
8 to
30?
11 minutes. 3 minute range.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
3 minutes though.
Right.
So very unfortunate for UMD. They wanted that sooner than later.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not dire for them yet. Obviously, Huskar does fall off as the game goes on, but they've got enough in this game that they have extended that window greatly.
Slum also has his Aether Lens, which does make it a lot easier for him to start sniping these racks as well.
That is annoying. And then, oh man, an Atos with an Aether as well. Gross.
Yeah, I mean, just hover over the Atos. You see the entire screen.
And he doesn't get any cast range, right? No, he does not.
No. That would be nice though, if he got any kind of a cast.
No, disagree. That would not be nice at all.
Yeah. It gave him like sniper range distance on the craft on the Nether Blast. Alright, Spirit Vessel finally finished off for the Oracle as if they needed more help. No Spirit Vessel actually on any of the heroes.
I noticed that none of them were building it.
Underlord has it.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting Pudge to build it, so I thought they didn't have it. But yeah, Underlord is a good hero to have it as well. But yeah, you absolutely require Spirit Vessel against Huskar, but he has 0 charges.
That is going to be a problem. He does have the Halberd, which has come in handy in a couple of the fights. It probably delayed out that last engagement. Here we go. Pingity ping ping. And in comes flying the mighty Inferno, the acrobats, spinning through the sky.
Alright, you know what they should do? You know what Maryland should do? Pugna should sell his items, get a refresher ward, and then get this refresher shard, and lay down the triple nether
Drop
ward.
down 3 nether wards. That would be a huge pain in the ass.
It would be quite the meme, but they're going to do a smart thing. Give the shard to the Oracle. I think that's how you win this game.
So he basically got 4 life Huskar now.
Yeah.
Huskar 1, Huskar Aegis 1, and 2 false prophecies.
Oracle still not level, not the level 3 false promise just yet. And that really is a really good upgrade as well, because it makes the cooldown go from 65 seconds to 30 seconds.
It is going to be very hard for them to get creeps into the fight, in the mid specifically.
Yeah, but they can just start poking away with Pugna. That's what the Pugna does best. Smoke up, actually.
They're going to come in from the bottom. They're going to find Mr. Feed. Oh, and they will not get anyone with the hook. Oh, they use the song in the backline to make sure that no one is coming to save this Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight buys back immediately. Here comes the Meteor Hammer. It's going to land onto Dead. Now they're beating away. Lucky Girl jumps in onto the Pudge. Pudge is going to be able to use the Dismember and holds up Huskar for a little bit, but Huskar will finally find his revenge, and here he goes, punching away. Here come the spears. He is ready to go. His MZS, though, is completely dead. He doesn't have him behind him. So that refresh charge
God,
is
this
not
guy
going to come into
doesn't
play.
die.
He's not dying, but he finally does go down. He has the Aegis, but is going to stop. They push for now. Caught inside the pit. He's just going to jump out of it. Go on to Mr. Feed. Mr. Feed taking quite a lot of damage while he's, even though he's shackled up. And here we go. Caught inside the pit. The Serpent Ward's doing so much damage. They do have a buyback available on the Oracle if they want to use it. Instead, it's going to be on the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet coming back in. No, you're not going to be able to rip down here. Rampage, double rampage. The Inferno is just taking down this base, taking down Illinois, and GG is going to be called.
Oh my god, what a smoke maneuver there at the end to finish the game. They caught the Chaos Knight out, and in a panic moment, he popped his ulti. I think the best thing that he could have done there was just die without popping his ulti. As Yuko unfortunately died and popped his ulti, so he bought back, but as a Chaos Knight without Phantasm. And what are you going to do at that point? Nothing. That was basically game over as soon as Yuko wasted his ulti and then died.
Yeah, a Chaos Knight with no Phantasm is no Chaos Knight of mine.
Yeah.
First game, Illinois is looking pretty solid coming out of the laning phase. Second game, Illinois is looking very good coming out of the laning phase, right? They were holding their ground. They were doing what they needed to do.
I mean, from the get-go, they got 3 bounty runes, right? That's 200 gold advantage just from the start. And then they did some work here. Illinois did some work there in the top lane against that Nature's Prophet Nagasaran weird dual lane combo. But the important thing was, as a story of the entire game, whenever there's a Huskar in the game, is that it's going to be a Huskar game. And Huskar had a phenomenal time against the Underlord, and that's all you need to know about that game.
Yeah, he did. And we saw it coming with the Oracle pick, and they followed up with their Shadow Fiend pick, right?
Yeah, I think they should have been a Queen of Pain.
I think it spelled itself at that point that this could be a Huskar game. Hedge your bets, make sure you have someone who can go deep and get that Oracle. They went with the Shadow Fiend, and they were just really stuck. After that, they drafted the best option that we could come up with, the Chaos Knight, but unfortunately they just didn't have any other tools.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that definitely was a mistake drafting the Shadow Fiend. Even if there wasn't a Huskar, Queen of Pain is a great pick against the Oracle, right? And what did they have at that point? They had Nature's Prophet picked. Queen of Pain is decent in Nature's Prophet because she can clear out his stuff. There was a Queen of Pain, which not a Queen of Pain, sorry, Nagasaran, which Queen of Pain can find a little bit annoying because you can't blink out of net anymore. But it's not a terrible hero against Nagasaran. So yeah, I think Queen of Pain would have been a great pick, honestly. I'm surprised they just did not go for that.
Yeah, it's as we were talking about, maybe it was a comfort thing. Maybe they really just wanted to do the Shadow Fiend. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe they didn't think that they were really going to go for the Huskar. There's a lot of things we're not privy to the conversation, but I think Illinois played very well, very commendable.
That Pudge was incredible, and Yuko played really well there. Of course, he got caught at the very end, but doesn't take away from how well he played through that series. And just all around, I was impressed with their play and the resilience they showed. Their game, both games were very close until like a one big turning moment, which Maryland, luckily enough, were able to capitalize on, but Illinois just wasn't able to find their spot in the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, this was Maryland UMD versus Illinois, the Illini. My name is Wivrex. You can find me on Twitter at DotaBrews. Me and Golgi also do some casting here and there on our Twitter at Twitch, or on our Twitch, twitch.tv/DotaBrews. You can find Golgi there on the Twitter at JTGolgi You can also find him on YouTube, where he's got some awesome audio documentaries or video documentaries about some things.
Video
Check
essays.
him out. Video essays, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
You can find him youtube.com/GolgiApp. Is that right?
Yeah. It's, no, actually, I don't have a URL. You got search GolgiApp on.
Just search for GolgiApp on YouTube.
It's the first channel that shows up.
Make sure to join us in 1 hour. Our good friend, our BC boy himself, will be bringing you UBC, along with his caster pal Carlton, that will be bringing you Carlton. So that's not one to miss.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Before we go, let's give some plugs here. You guys like CSL. You're coming to hanging out with us. If you want to hang out with us some more, join our Discord. Type !Discord there in the Twitch chat to get some more information with how to join us there. You can also find CSL on Twitter at twitter.com/CStarLeague. and twitter.com/collegiatedota2. We are also on Facebook at facebook.com/C-Star League. And then before we go, we have to give a big shout out to Twitch. Twitch is the largest streaming platform in gaming to support collegiate esports. From PAX East and West and many more events, CSL wouldn't be what it is today without the help and support from them. So be on the lookout to get involved for cool opportunities to get involved with Twitch in the near future, and show them some love for their support at twitter.com/Twitch and facebook.com/Twitch. We'll see you guys in 1 hour.
Bye-bye.